Peace and blessings. Hey, I do know it is late or early, wherever you may be seeing this. But I decided to come on and share a quick hey, how you doing this evening and or morning, depending on when you're seeing this. I mean, right now it can be 12:40 somewhere where you are, but then again, it could be about like 6 a.m. in the morning. So it really depends on where you are seeing this at. So I just wanted to come on quickly and share a early or late, okay, Sunday slash Monday, and just check on you all and see how you guys are doing. And I know now this is a new week and a new month, so within this new week and new month, holiday times are here. It may be exciting and happy for some. It may be sad and, difficult for others. So I just really hope that this holiday season that you guys just really take time to be kind with yourself, even going through the most happiest times or the most difficult times, because we've been through a lot as humans, and it's really not always so easy to be a human. Things that we maybe go through, we may be channeling them together. We may be dealing with them on a individual level. It may be something that we can speak about, something that we have not thought about yet. And, just really taking their time. Peace and blessings. What city, state, or country are you seeing this in? So I'm up here getting my reviews and everything together for our Talking Tuesday, where we go over whether if it's shows, movies, it could be books, it could be music, it could be anything. So we talk about them and discuss them on the air. And so far, one, two, so far I'm on like the fourth page. So just writing down my thoughts, peace and blessings. Students of KGS, board is in the house. Ooh, let's see if I can pronounce this. Cayuta. KHATU. You in the house, yeah. I love you too. Peace and blessings. Good morning, Grand Rising. Bino in the house, yeah. Good morning. Peace and blessings. Brody in the house, yeah. Brody. Ah, Jomar. Jomar in the house. Yeah. Peace and blessings. So, hello, guys. What are you guys up to this evening? Or morning. Hello. So I'm up here just getting the reviews together for our Talking Tuesday show. We are coming up on it shortly, where we do it 7 to 7:30 a.m. and we discuss topics. We discuss movies. We discuss shows, music. We may discuss the latest thing that's going on. And this is discussion with our Atlanta co-host, Yam. Sometimes JSM joins us. However, our schedules sometimes, we are artists, so we really find the time to be able to be artists. Oh, LOL in the house, yeah. Ooh. You better come on the show tomorrow, okay? Oh, let me see if I can pronounce these names. RINKI in the house, yeah. Let me see. Renicky in the house. So What city, state, or country are you seeing this in, guys? I'm seeing different translations going on. We don't have our moderator on this morning or this evening. Hummingbird in the house, yeah, yeah. Hummingbird, T-Y. Oh, wait a minute, let me see. Taz. Taz got drip. Taz got drip in the house, yeah. Aw, I love your hearts. Oh my gosh, we have hearts. Hearts in the building. Oh, you in Denver? Denver? Is it Jesus? Is it Jesus? Let's see. You like my earrings? Thank you, boo. I got them from Atlanta with our Yelani. Her name is Yatunde. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing these names right. You know, so we just started sharing her story. Hi, I'm from Blue Islands, Illinois. Daryl in the house, yeah, yeah, yeah. Daryl. Well, thank you so much for joining us wherever you are in the world. So I just was like going, just getting our notes and everything ready for the show, Talking Tuesday. And I'm like, let me see what my folks are doing, see how you guys are doing this evening or morning. Danny in the house, yeah. DANNY. Aw. Let me see. Leonardo, hold on. Castillo in the house, yeah. I am doing fine, Danny. How are you? So, there, are you thinking about becoming a transgender woman or trans woman? Is that okay with you? Listen, sweetie, whatever you do with your life is however you choose. You don't want to have to live in your body for the rest of your life, okay? All right. So, whether if I want to shave my hair off or grow it back or wear makeup or wear no makeup or sing or dance or don't, it's totally up to me and what I choose, So, thank you, Bill. Got him from Philadelphia Vision Center. And this is how you look cute, expensive on a budget, okay? So these are the gazelles, which I love them. Never knew much about them. I heard Jill Scott singing about it one day, and I thought they were like earrings. She's like, I got my gazelles on. And I'm like, oh, she got some cute earrings on. And I'm like, so that's not what they are. Ah. Your hard-earned tax dollar fund my employment lifestyles. You said watch Cannibal Holocaust, fantastic family movie. Cannibal. So what is it about? Talk to me. What is that about? What is that about? You trying to get us to watch some scary movie? What is it about? So we will be discussing this Talking Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Each time when I'm about to say 7 a.m. to 7:30, I'm almost about to say 7:30 p.m., but that's so not it. That's a lie. So 7 to 7:30 a.m. Talking Tuesdays, where our Atlanta co-host Yams and I, we go, and JSM, we go live and we do our show and we discuss topics and movies and music. And this week we will be discussing let me make sure I'm saying it right. Club Shay Shay. Yeah. We will be discussing Club Shay Shay and the interview he done with Keke Palmer. And it came out like 12 days ago, 11 days ago. I know, Hummingbird, it do sound scary, right? You said an Italian movie shows the duality of men. Okay, so it's kind of like that sweet and spicy, that savory in between. So it's like this good evil movie, kind of like in between. All right. Hummingbird said it sounds scary. It do. That's why I was like, what we watching? What we watching, honey? Okay. Don't we have us up here watching no tag on I don't know, 14 rooms or something. I don't know, 187. I don't know. Some movies I can watch. Like hubby, he can watch all them tag on freaking shoot 'em up bang bang movies. the scary movies, and I'd be like, no, cover my eyes. I was like, no, babe. No. Okay, so certain movies I can watch, but and if you are an empath, you kind of can really, know where I'm coming from or understand where I'm coming from. When you are really an empath, why is my Alexa, go back to my show.
Make sure you've connected this device with your video provider.
Girl, it was connected. Did I push a button out? Mm-mm. Alexa, go to Club Shay Shay and Kiki Palmer's interview on YouTube.
Searching YouTube.
Yeah, like I had to pause in the middle and she just going to just click it off. I ain't trying to do not. See, this is why I started using Siri, okay? Because sometimes both of them, I don't be knowing. Sometimes both of them be acting a little weird, a little indifferent. All right, so we're going to go back there. So, yeah, so one of the things that I do, I think it's going to take me over to the beginning, but okay. One of the things that I do when it comes to our Talking Tuesday and watching our movies and discussing whatever it may be that we were discussing, I have to make sure that I retain this information. So I make sure that I don't miss any really important parts to discuss with you all, because one thing that I have been learning throughout being on podcasts and microphones and platforms and stages and being able to be that motivational speaker and getting things right to say it the right way so it can obtain or, to the right person or the right people. And one thing that I've learned is we as people have gone through so much. Like one of the things, and I'm going to just do a quick spoiler, real quick. One of the things that Kiki Palmer talked about is having minister parents, and having a father as a deacon and, a mother in a school district where that's my story. My father is a reverend, my mother is an evangelist, and, seeing my parents go through certain things in life, so it really kind of made me take to this interview. So I'm like really writing it down to be able to talk with you guys about it, because I think it's something that we don't do as people when we are going through things where we don't know how to communally, okay, if that's a word or not, but we're going to go with it, okay, that we communally can be a part of each other's space, and to say, you know what, since you've lost a grandmom and I've lost a grandmom, and these things hurt as a people as a whole, let's sit and talk about it. Why are you so angry today, or X, Y, and Z as people? When we talk about mental health, is so real. We talk about all of these things that are so real. However, we really don't really talk about them because it's so sensitive, or we got to bleep this out, or we can't talk about this, or we can't say these things on TV or, on the radio. And one thing that really stands out for me is that we all go through a lot of the same things. Yeah, we all go through a lot of the same things. Not knowing how to process, hurt, not knowing how to process our feelings, not knowing how to say, hey, I need help in this area, or overworking, or being overwhelmed, or overstimulated. So these are things that, Yams and I and JSM, that we love to talk. Even my husband, like, we love to talk. Raza in the house, yeah, Raza. Hey, Razzie. So we don't know how to sit and talk as people. To say, hey, I'm having this difficult situation going on. However, I don't know how to deal with it. How do you deal with these situations? Or, like I said, yeah, I can't even say hypothetically because I do have a grandmom that passed away. So when I meet people that their grandparents passed away, or the love of their life passed away, or their child passed away, I know how to, be in that space with them because someone I love near dear to my heart passed away. So I feel like as humans, we don't know how to be on that level because everything is in that smoke mirrors. Everything is, um, yeah, it's just the smoky mirrors. It's let's really talk about what needs to really be talked about. Earlier today, one of my children's had, big dot 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 big big danda in the house, yeah, yeah, big danda in the house, yeah, yeah, yeah. So earlier today, just really dealing with, you know, um, when we love people and we love our family and we love our friends and we don't see them all the time, and then we see them, we miss them, we want to smother them all up. And you know to be honest with you, when my husband go to work, I can't stand it. I hate when he goes to work. However, but I also know he needs to go to work, as we all do. Whether if it's in our artistry, whether if it's in our career, whether if it's planting flowers, or helping, a person down the street, or whatever it may be, just studying, you going to school. That's life, right? It's that give and take, that moment of growth, being in that space of, oh my gosh, I will stomp my little foot. I'll be like, no, no, you know, but still, I know that this is what has to happen as a human, as a person, as a growth, right? And we have to learn that as humans, and it sucks, okay. But just learning that, and learning that we may miss people. However, we also have to grow to be able to miss people, and we have to have that moment of the absence, to allow the heart to grow fonder. And as I was sharing with people, like, you know what, it's okay to have this difficult moment. However, this is what we do as humans. We have to sit and talk and be able to be on the same space and the same field to be like, you know what? Hey, your grandmother passed away. I don't know what that may feel like because my grandma's still living. However, but my cat passed away that I loved, or whatever. And be able to sit as humans and talk about that grief. And I think it helps out a lot. So just really sitting here and just writing it down. And I'm like, wow, you don't really know until you really, listen to the documentaries and you listen to the differences. You really find out that there is a lot of similarities as people that we really go through. And so just really, I'm on my fourth, I think, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm on my fourth page. And to be able to know that some of the things that she's experiencing, I've experienced being a, minister's child. It's a heavy load. It's a heavy load. If you've ever been in the church, or, you've had a praying grandma, as they say, or you are a PK, that life, honey, is, ooh, honey, okay? It's a wee bit different. So even being in a home, like I'm being in this home that I grew up in at, what, 3 years old. So being able to be in a home where you grew up in, there was all these hard laws. We better not have looked at a boy, okay? My daddy would just, what? He can be across the street. Let us had looked at a boy, or a boy looked at us. It was curtains. So to really be able to sit and listen to this talk in the podcast. I really like this Club Shay Shay podcast. And shout out to you, Shay Shay, because again, it really takes a lot to go from one career to really finding your gist or your niche, and really finding that thing that really do you well, and not only do you well, but it also do other people well in the process. So I'm really excited to really dive deep into this. I think it's an hour and give me 1 second, let me see. I think it's an hour and come on, commercial. It is a hour and 49, technically an hour and 49 minutes, and so we're going to really be sitting and talking about just really things that you may be thinking about, that you may be experiencing, or looking in movies and documentaries. You're like, yo, I didn't know that. Like, like, wow, I didn't know that this person went through all of these things. Like right now, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I could be asleep. I really could. But I had a migraine literally all day. Like I had the worst headache. And I used to suffer really bad from migraines. And I used to have to take this, it was like a caffeine pill. I think it's called Butaball or something like that back in the day. And it came back. It was like this bad headache all day long, all day long. Like I was in the dark basically. I had a little bit of light, but I was in the dark, and just really, and hubby was like, listen, just go lay down, like, So I was so thankful that he made me lay down, because now I'm up. Now I'm up and I'm doing what I need to do to get to that next level. And, again, y'all see Jay-Z when Jay-Z is Jay-Z, but y'all don't see Jay-Z, or y'all don't see Mr. Amazoni before he get to, that space. So I always like to show the real of what it is to be a podcaster, what it is to be out in the limelight, what it is to be a mom, what it's like to be a wife, what it's like to, people need you all day, or people depend on you all the time, so you always have to make sure you get your rest, you get your water. I don't just say this just to say this, like, oh, this is the coolest shit to say. No. No. Like, I really had to take some downtime. And I mean, I got to my parents' house, like, I don't even know, like almost like 11 o'clock. So I haven't been here that long. And I'm like, the house is quiet. Like, it's so quiet. Like, you only hear the refrigerator humming and the heater. That's all you hear. So I know I'm loud. I mean, they all notice that I'm loud. I mean, it's not like they just met me yesterday. I've been their family member for forever, right? So, but still being in that mindful space of, okay, some people in here may have to get up and go to work tomorrow, things like that. Some are traveling tomorrow. Some are going to school tomorrow. Some are doing so many things tomorrow. And I'm like, let me just get up here now and talk with you guys for a second, and check you all out and see how everything is going. And as I'm just sitting here writing my notes, and again, you don't see the person when they're in their space of growing. You don't see the late night, the oil burning of the artist and what they do and how they even became that person, that you all love, that you all watch, or you all share, you trend. Um, my bad, y'all. Something just came across my screen. And I'll be having to check things out, okay? But yeah, so get some water, some fruit in your body. Make sure you get some great rest and things like that, because it really helps out a lot when you are dealing with the public, when you are dealing, you are at work, or my manager says all the time that I do a lot better and I perform a lot better at work when I have gotten sleep. And he notices when I don't get sleep. He'd be like, Queen, you didn't get no sleep, did you? I'd be like, well, just about a little bit. A wee bit, So it really helps out a lot, And throughout this, have you seen the documentary? Have you seen the podcast, the Club Shay Shay podcast? You know, and it's on YouTube. I don't know yet if it's on Amazon or anywhere else, because I normally do my research. So I haven't, completed my research yet. I just started looking, and just started really getting hip to Club Shay Shay, and just really his persona and his goal and where he's going. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing on his show. I'm loving the decor, the big old chair in the background, like that Godfather chair, so really him connecting with other artists and people, so that's what we are doing here as well, just connecting with other artists and people. And, you know, if you have something to say, and most times, people that have something to say are the people that are black sheeps of the family, or they have lived this alternate lifestyle, whether if it's religion, whether if it's, or I call it way of life, whether if it's sexuality, whether if it's, when I was in a shelter, I had this case manager, and she passed away. And when I tell you, man, she didn't play no games. Since Marsha was this tall brown skinned lady, she had long gray locks that literally about down to her ankles, and she was an older lady, and she fought for a lot of things for us in that shelter, and they would say to, like, they try to like demote her and take her out of, so many spaces in that shelter because she had a mouth and she had something to say and she was helpful. She helped people. So a lot of times, and this goes out to parents, too. You're going to have that kid. I see kids coming to my job all the time, and they be like 2 years old. And they're like, well, my name is such and such. And I be like, wow, you really going to have a lot on your hands with this baby. And I want you to make sure you give this baby all the time that he or she needs, the room to grow, the space, and this baby gonna make you a lot of money, because most of the times it's the people that have a lot to say that don't know where to say it at. Or have a lot to say and everybody told them to be quiet. So I feel like this kind of like Shay Shay's story as well, because most of the time people that really want to change the world are the ones that, really are placed out here for us. And sometimes we may have to fight our way through the crowd and fight our way through, whether if it's democracies or whether if it's, religious wise or wherever it may be, even in the working world. I remember back when I would wear bright red hair. I got my hair dyed many years ago, pink hair. I had piercings. You still can see on. You still can see on 2, 3. I had the snake bites. Then, if you see right here, I had my eyebrow pierced. I will rock the mohawks, like I said, back in the day, and if I would go into church, like my aunts would try to pray for me, like, oh, dear God, please pray for this baby, pray for my niece because she has this hair or she's wearing, or she got tattoos. And I'd be like, dude, like, get out of here. Fuck out of here. Like, let me breathe. God knew what he was doing or she was doing when they made me. Like, you know what I mean? So just really going through, this show and just really writing things down, it's really showing me a lot of similarities than differences. And oftentimes you all don't really see the work that goes beyond the show, or the work that goes in the music, or the work that goes in the hairstyle, or the work that goes when someone's baking, or, they're teaching, they're making a lesson, they're coaching, they're pastoring, they're deaconing, or they are e-man, whatever it may be, they're putting the work behind it. So right now, it's 1 o'clock in the morning somewhere near you, and then it may be 8 o'clock in the morning for someone else that's not near you. So I got my laptop up. I got the what you call her name on here, the Amazon, what's this chick name, Alexa. I got the Alexa up. I'm on my phone. I got my book, my pen out. So the better question for me today, going into Mental Health Monday, what are you guys going to do to get you closer to really where you want to be. Because you know you're not where you want to be. You know that. I'm not where I want to be. I know that. That's why I'm up 1 o'clock in the morning. That's why I have my books out here. That's why I'm writing it down, to be able to give you guys great content. It's not easy on either side. Whether if you are a gym teacher or you are a pop star singer traveling from airplane to airplane, to show, and you cooking and it's not easy on any of these levels. So one of the things, the questions I love to ask, and I always love to ask you guys questions, because sometimes we may not think it may be this way because we haven't thought about it, and maybe if we think about it, we can put more, like a car only moves with gas. A car only moves with gas. A car only moves with, even if it's electric one, it still needs to be charged, And to charge it, you still need the gas. So, to be able to be in that space, like, what are you doing to get you closer to where you need to be? Because, honey, I don't care if we got to make t-shirts, hoodies, I don't care if we got to make the latest recipe, the latest podcast episode. We doing what we got to do. And guess what? I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping, okay? So, what are you guys doing to get you in that other space of that connection to get you closer? So that's one of the questions I would love to leave with you this night or early morning, depending on where you see this at. So I'm very thankful for you all. I'm very thankful for the time that you guys give me. I'm thankful for the space that you have provided for us, even in the realm of content creators, because again, it's not easy on any level. Whether if you are, like, I remember when I was in Atlanta, and my first booking for a model gig, my first paid model gig in Atlanta. When I say I literally went from the airport, I went from home to work to the airport to Philly, from Philly to to a model gig, to home to get dressed, grab the car, okay, to a model gig. Okay, when I say, I was like, oh, this is what Cardi B did with. This is what Nicki Minaj did with. This is what Jay-Z. This is what all y'all did with, from freaking airport to airport to freaking car to this to that. It's literally like, it's no easy part in being a human at all. Big Dun Dun, I appreciate you too, honey. I do. I appreciate y'all because, like I said, I've had this YouTube for since 2020. October 2nd, which is my father's birthday. October 2nd of 2020. And I'm writing it down because I kept challenging myself. I was like, is it 2020, 2024, 2022? And I'm on 2020, 2022. But I remember now, it's October 2nd, 2020. And it really didn't start. At first, I wasn't putting no work in, and I'm going to be honest. At first, I was not putting no work into it. It was just like, all right, once a year, once a holiday, something, how when that Easter, the Easter visits at church, y'all, who I'm talking about, y'all. The one that only come for Easter. So I was doing a show like that, and I'm like, oh, it's just still not doing it. Like, what is it? What is it? I couldn't put my finger on it. I'm like, but I'm doing it. Nah, no, it wasn't. And I'm like, how are their videos trending? What are they doing? Like, I mean, they must be paying for them. Something. What is going on? Still couldn't get it. 2020, 2021, 2022. Now we got the pandemic. All right, everybody going crazy. Now everything from, that was up close in person. Now, everything is online. They even got church online. They even had funerals online. They had everything online, right? And then I just was like, I gotta get this going. How do I do it? What's going on? And the more I kept doing it, the more it kept happening. And I still wasn't there. I still wasn't in that space. And then one day, that was it. And I went from 300 to 600 within not even a month. And then, like 20 days later, after that month, it went from 600 to 900. Then it wouldn't stop. It just kept going and kept going. And it was like, oh, you hit over 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, oh, shit, I'm in the fun. And I'm like, but wait, where the money? Because again, you don't really know, right? You just think of what you know because you haven't really taken that time out. So that's the question of what are you doing today, or what will you do? Better question. What will you do to get you prepared for your next? You know, your next. What is your next? What we all have a next. I hope we all have a next. You better have a next, okay? If that's just it, I don't know what to tell you. And the reason why I say that, because even if you get really, really great in that one thing that you do so, so well, you still need a next. You still have to, even if you're a teacher, right? You're a freaking amazing kindergarten teacher. Oh my God, all the kids love you. Everyone wants a lollipop. Everyone wants a teacher like you, right? Okay, but that's only going to get you so far. So there has to be a next. It's like after the steps in a ladder, it's one step, then the next step, and then the next step. But if all we do is just stay on that one step, where we going? We're not getting nowhere. And so me just sitting here, just writing out, you know, this discussion, and just really sitting here and I'm planning it, I'm writing it back and forth, and I'm pausing and I'm playing it back and I'm skipping it and I'm going back and I'm going back to it and I'm reading. I'm like, what did he say? And I'm turning it up loud. It's like now I'm really immersed in it and I'm really becoming a part of it and I'm really watching it and I'm really retaining it, because I really need to retain what I need to retain to be a part of what it is that my purpose is. And oftentimes we miss out on those things because we don't, it's like we give up. I don't know if you guys ever seen this meme on Facebook. It's like back in the older days, like the caveman days. And to me, I would say it resembles more like a caveman, right? And he has his axle and he's in his tunnel. And he's just like hammering it. He's hammering it. He's hammering it. He's hammering it. He's about to give up. But it say don't give up, because what you need is on the other side. But literally, like, he had like a little bit of wall left. Like, he could have just cracked maybe 2 more times and he would have knocked it down, and it was gems on the other side, you know. And so the representation of, soon as when you ready to give up, that's when it's about to get good, and that's when it's about to happen. But even like myself, you know how many times I have given up on so many things. I did not complete so many things because it was just like, oh man, I just can't. I just can't get through this. It just can't. It hurts. It's too difficult to talk about. It's too difficult to keep living it. It's too difficult to go through it. And it's just like, nah, youngin, you got to keep going through it. And so I would go through it, and I went through it. And now I knock that shit down. I knock it down. I kick that sucker open. Like, you better give me all my damn gems, okay? You know, so just being able to be a content creator and a YouTuber and just really streaming and really doing this thing, like, it really takes every ounce in you that you need to have and more, you know. So taking that time to rehydrate, taking that time out to take sleep, you know, sleep is so important. When I say he made me lay down and I was gone, I don't know what could have happened in life. All I know is I was safe with him and I was asleep. I was gone. And we need that. We need to be able to rehydrate and recuperate and recharge, right? Your battery on your phone only works so well when it's charged, you know. And then y'all make sure y'all clean them phones off too. I be seeing y'all phones. I be seeing them. They be wanting me to touch them phones when they come into my job. I be like, you got like 3 brown spots on it. What's that? You got that sticky juice on there. I don't know about that. I'm gonna just guide you through it. So like that phone that need to be cleaned off and the disinfected. So as we. So just taking this moment to just say hey to you guys, and no matter what time it is, no matter what I'm going through in my life, I really try to take that time, and because you all are important. You all are important. What you go through is important. So I do hope that you join us for the show. And even if it's not this Tuesday, one day soon, I would love to see you guys pop up. And not just on YouTube, honey, okay? These are other platforms as well. And I just like giving it here first to you guys because again, you can go to so many other platforms and sometimes you don't really get, you know, the 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 benefits out of it until you like okay, for instance, like the other day someone looked at the YouTube channel and she was like, wow, she was like, you have so many subscribers. And I'm like, okay. I remember it was a time I didn't. I remember it was a time when I had like what, like I said, 300, 200. It was like 80. Like it was just, and it's crazy though that we live in the world of you really gotta be somebody to be somebody. And I'm like, nah, as I'm watching this documentary with Kiki Palmer, like, you know, the things that she experienced and went through, we gotta discuss this. We gotta talk about this, because she's sharing your story. She's sharing my story. She's sharing so many people's stories, So thank you, Club Shay Shay, for the opportunity to, for you to have placed this out here for other people to even chime in on it and talk about it because it's something worth talking about. And like I always share, if it's something worth talking about, if it's something worth thinking about, how about that? If it's something worth thinking about, it may just be worth talking about. It may just be worth it. So I hope that you guys check it out. If you would love to be on the show as a guest and visually come up and be able to chime in with us, email us so that way I can send you the link to be able to just pop up on the show. It's from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. And I do that, yes, before I go to work, okay? So, again, if you aren't in this space of this is it for you, you're set. Nah, you need to bring that ass up on the show, okay? Because if you're not set, okay, there's more that needs to be done. And you just never know that more that needs to be done is something that you might be able to gravitate towards on this show. So just because, you see some people on and you don't see all the people on that subscribe to the show, listen, that don't mean nothing, because I am somebody regardless, okay? And just sharing this with you all means so much to me because again, I was the one that was set to do it. If that's the case, you would be doing it, right? Yeah, this would be called this would be called your show. So I would love for you to join us and be a part of the show. And like I said, if you would love the link for it, just email queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com. Again, that's queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com. And don't forget my E in juicy because I am not just any kind of juicy, baby, all right? Juicey. If you see Jui, what is it? Let me make sure I'm writing this right. Juicy. That's not me. So not me. That's not her. It's not me. So make sure you forget you don't forget my E in Juicy, okay? And again, if you would love to be a guest, you'll be able to just come up, pop up live and be able to sit and talk with us and vibe with us and, give your input put on this documentary or any, content that we have coming up. And that's queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com, as well as if you would like to just be in the chat box and you just want to come on and be in the audience. You don't want to be seen. You like, girl, my hair not done today. I got all these, things that I got going on. My kids is this and the third. I'm not dressed. But you just want to come on and chime in on the chat. No one has to see you. You are more than welcome. So make sure you email queenjuicyshake00@gmail.com and just really be a part of the Talking Tuesday discussion and show. And so I am soon about to get on back into it because, honey, it was getting real good. So just being able to talk about her, her parents' household, her being a mother and, being her brand and just so many things that really happened in her life. So we're going to really be talking about that. And I'm so excited to just be able to talk with you guys and be able to relate with you all, even if you are in the same area code or if you are far away in another time zone. So we always love to grow together individually and together here on the show. So as we grow, we ask that you would love to grow with us and be a part of us through our journey. Peace and blessings. Thank you so much. I really, truly, truly appreciate you all, and just taking the time out and loving us as we grow. If you need a hoodie, okay, it's getting cold out here in these streets, especially in Philly, honey. It's cold. It really makes me miss the South. It really makes me miss the warmth because even out in Atlanta, even though it gets cold out there, it's not. The cold is different. It's two different kind of colds. Always gotta hydrate. So again, just really being a part, of ourselves and other people. So this is one of our shirts. All right, or I call them hubby hoodie shirts, but they are the Po Greedy tees. All right, and Po Greedy hoodies. All right, I just call them hubby hoodies because I'm so proud of him, and just so proud of his accomplishments and things that he's overcoming, and his growth as well, and just seeing him blossom as an artist. It means the world to me. So I just work here. All right, I added a pineapple. Because of fruits and vegetables. So I just added some pineapples. You don't have to get a pineapple. You know, if you want to get, certain artwork decals on and things like that, you can sure enough get that. And I do have my other shirt on, but I don't know. Yeah, this is my other shirt. Okay. Still not done though, but I love to wear them because they're warm and they're our brand. It's amazing to go to work for everyone else to get what you need to get until you get there. However, listen, my goal and my purpose is not to retire from anyone else's company, okay? That is so not in the goal. It's not the vision. It's not the purpose. It's not none of those things, okay? It was not meant for me, nor you either. Yes, we all need a fireman. Yes, we all need a teacher. Yes, we all need all of those things. However, you can also, whatever you are doing in your job, you can also make that a career if that is a career for you, and then branch out and start your own. Like if you are a nurse, okay, cool. Have the nursing background, great, amazing. Go to where you need to go, what level you need to complete. But baby, go ahead and then take what they have taught you and go teach it to other people and create your brand from it. So just really wanted to just put that out here. I am always networking, your goal, your vision, your dream, your purpose, because those things mean everything. Your ancestors, I don't care what complexion you are, I don't care who your daddy is, I don't care who your mama was. We all have a purpose out here to be able to do what we need to do. Our ancestors, okay? We all have ancestors and we will all be someone else's ancestor. So what you do from here on out means everything for your family, for your friends, for the communities. And it does not necessarily have to be a color thing, right? You know, it does not have to be, oh, this is in the black community, or this is it's not about that. It's more about what is service in your community. I live in the hood, okay? And when I tell you the hood be hoodin', it be hoodin'. But what pisses me off by being in the hood, there are certain things that aren't available in the hood. And if it is so expensive and pricey because now you're paying for convenience. You know, so being able to work, pay bills, work, pay bills, work, pay bills, work, pay bills, pay bills, work, pay bills, work, pay bills. That shit is tiresome, okay? It's tiresome. And no matter how great we are at our job, we aren't meant to be there for the rest of our lives. We aren't meant to be born, pay bills, work, and die. That is just not. That is just not it, okay? So now you have to be able to put great substance out here when doing these things. What are you doing for your family? What are you doing for your families in this process, you know? Or are you just every single day just punching in the clock, going home, punching in the clock, going home, punching in the clock, going home? Or are you really setting yourself up for something and setting yourself up for anything could happen today or tomorrow? Are you going to be prepared like COVID? Remember COVID came in? Oh, y'all just was good at paying bills and dying, wasn't y'all? Until you started having to die and then still paying bills while you dying. And then you looking at your family dying. Then you looking at your friends dying. And you like, well, shit. Now I can't even go to work because they closed. They closed all the jobs. They closed the factories. They closed everything. They just shut this whole world down, child. And we just still sitting here looking like, what is we gonna do? You know? Nah, this is what we gonna do. Anything can happen, especially when other people control what you are able to do. Okay? And I say that meaning any other companies in the world, anything else, you know, whether if it's in what is that called? Like the presidential campaigning. I can't get the word right now. I don't want to lose my train of thought, so I can't get the word right now. But just like really being in those positions, in those hierarchy situations, and you know, it's just like they control the bus systems, they control, you know, the school systems, they control the jobs, they control the money, they control all these things, right? And then tell you what you can and can't have, and when you can and can't have it. So it's just like, are you in a space? Are you in a space to be able to say, you know what? Even though this will happen or this can happen, I got this now. And not we're not just talking about emergency funds. We're not just talking about saving. We're talking also about what you are growing, what you are watering, what you are nesting, what you are housing, okay? So it can just be just where you work at. But I mean, to be honest with you, how's that working for you? You and your one job or your whatever. How is that working for you? So my question remains is, what are you doing or what will you do? Not what are you doing? Wrong question. Wrong question. What will you do to help further your career, help further your purpose, help further your vision, your dream, your goal? Or are you still talking about all the things you said you was going to do and didn't even write it down on the damn paper? You ain't even get the pen out. You didn't even put the idea out. You didn't even buy the first thing for this. You know, you want to talk about you want to be a nail tech. Did you even get nails? Did you even get nail polish? Did you even paint your own nails? Do you even know how to paint other people's nails? Did you research about it? Did you research when the culture first started or the different designs? Like, we can't just sit up here and talk about it and never put nothing out to house it and to help it go, right? Like I said earlier, your car is only good with gas. Even if it's the electric one, it still has to have that powerful source to make it go. It has to have tires. It has to have an ignition. It needs to have an alternator. These are all the things that make a car be a car, right? And then when you get a flat, or your battery stop running, or it's corroded, what are the things you're going to do to get it to move again? Or what are you going to do to get it up again? So like I said, I'm up for a while. I've been asleep just about almost all day, and just really getting the nutrients, and just really getting that recharge. So now I'm up, and I am writing out my lessons, and just really writing out exactly what, just things that, so I won't forget. Because we're always overcoming something, So, Big Dundana, tell me real quick, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And what do you rather do? Let me ask that. What do you do for a living? And what would you rather do? So, as y'all answer that, put it in the comments. Let me know. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? And what would you rather do? Cool bean. So I just wanted to write that question down so I don't forget it, because I think this is something that I'm actually going to ask on audio as well, and on air on the show. What do you do for a living, and what would you rather do? Because we can all just go work wherever. But are you happy? Excuse me. Are you happy working wherever? And what would you rather do that would make you even happier? So Big Dundada said, I'm at a warehouse right now. Okay, so do so if you work at a warehouse, what would you rather do? What would you rather do? If you was able to have, money wasn't an option, licenses wasn't an option, vehicles wasn't an option, housing is not an option, what would you rather do? What would you rather do? Because I have some people that be like, oh, yeah, I'm a school teacher. What would you rather do? I'll bake cakes. Cool. What are you doing to bake cakes? Nothing. I'm just a school teacher. Wow. So you don't even know if you can bake. You just are here talking. Talking out the side of your lips. Cool. What are we doing? And so that's the thing that I really want to ask, as people, as a person, as an artist, right? As a functioning individual out in this world, right? Well, about 90, about 85%, maybe 50. About 50% I'm in function, okay? Depends on what day you catch me on. You say you in the music business. Okay. So producer, executive producer, you know, um, musician, just writing the songs, singing the songs, rapping the songs, you know, what is your style? Like, what is your genre? What is your genre? And the reason why I ask these things, like I say all the time, because it's like we don't never really think about those things, but those things are really relevant. Again, when COVID, they was closing everything down, y'all didn't know what to do. Y'all didn't know if they had everybody out here sewing, making masks. You had masks with every outfit. Never even sewn before in your life, and you didn't realize how great of a sewer you are, a seamstress, and really was out here doing what you got to do. Okay, Big Dandana said executive to help the younger generation. Oh, that's amazing. So, like, would you put some summer programs together for the children, some programs in the schools? What would you do? Yes, and these are real live questions, because I really be wanting to know. Like, I mean, for one, I always was that kid that was like, Dad, why our nose is so big? Dad, why we got eyelashes? Dad, why our lips so big? then why am I so short? You know, so I really ask these questions because y'all be thinking it. So I'm going to just say it. Shit. You know, so just being honest, you know, you coming on here, I might cuss, I might not, you know, you come on here, you might have something really great that you know, piques your interest. Whereas I may have said something that pissed you off. So I mean, depends on the day at the time you come on, you know, and what we're talking about, what spiritual connection that I was connected with, you know. But it's really, I'm really involved, you know, because it's really a people thing now. You know, it's not, no matter how much you want to do I by ourselves, it's really a people thing. You really need what they say, one hand wash the other hand, both hands wash the face. You know, so it's only so much we can do out here by ourselves. It's just only so much that we can accomplish out here in the world by ourselves. You said not really, it's just a lot of talent in the neighborhood. Okay. So that's really amazing, and I'm glad that you know, you shared that, because I feel like a lot of the youth are bored. I feel like our people are just bored, you know. So much going on. Sometimes we can be very overstimulated. People aren't really sharing how they really feel. People are showing up to the smoky mirrors. People are showing up with their representative, you know. So I feel like a lot of times we aren't able to really express because we don't know how to express. We weren't really taught how to express. We were really taught to suppress instead of express, you know, and a lot of times it's being held in instead of being able to be outward and to the right people or the right things, you know. So I really hope that you do something with that, because I mean, first and foremost, music is my first love, you know. So I really, you know, share that love. And, you know, it's always been in my family growing up. You know, you see the kid dancing for the family and all of that, you know. I've seen this growing up, you know. We were in, do that phone work on what? Yes, it do. Okay, real quick. So this is the home that, like I said, I was in this home since 3 years old, okay? And my parents had the same phone number, okay, since I was 3 years old, okay? And, you know, when the whole cell phones and everything came out, they, for whatever reason, they had got, you know, everybody got cell phones, so it was no more really house phones, right? Then one day they called the phone company. They were able to get back the original phone number, okay, from when I was 3 years old. So I'm 42, and my parents have the same phone number since I was 3 years old. Okay, so, and yes, I put my threes up like that. And so it was always so difficult. Like, let me see. Every once in a while, I can get it. Yeah. I see a lot of people put their threes up like this. Every once in a while, I try to really do it this way, but yeah, I always did it that way. So yeah, that, so the phone does work on the wall. They don't really use it. They use it as a call ID. Do y'all ever met somebody that was like that? They scan their calls. They let the phone literally ring. That's my parents. They would let you be on the answer machine like, Mom, Dad, answer the phone. It's me. Like, yo. You know, so it's just really, watching this documentary is really helping me, you know, funnel through a lot of being a musician and a lot of being an artist and a lot of just my thoughts, you know. So just writing them down. So that's why I'm just really gun ho on, like, you know, if you really got a dream, do it. No, no, you're not gonna get the subwoofers and everything, you know, and the big soundboards, you know, the $10,000 soundboards, you know, the second day you start, right? But at least, like, I don't care. I would take each check. One check going for the bottles, one check going for the microphones, the next check going for the shirts, the next check going for this. It's going slowly but surely, like, you know, because no matter how much we love what we do at our job, or some may not, love what you do at your job. You weren't meant to live there for you aren't meant to dig a grave there, okay? You weren't meant, because it was already people that's there that's meant for that. And you're not meant for that. So if I can encourage anybody today, to really take out your book, go back to the drawing board, figure out what you have not been doing, even if it's one step at a time. You said, yours is in the music industry. Start getting some sponsorships, or start, just start a program, a program for children, for them to express, and to be able to, because I know especially having children, I know our children sometimes are really, you feel like maybe they aren't expressing, or they express too much, or it's no filter. Especially that middle one. That middle one child, she don't have no filter. And she's learning how to have filter in some spaces. And then other spaces, I'm like, you know what, you starting to get grown. You starting to get to that space of you have your own identity. And learning how to have your identity and the identity that you were raised upon, two different people. Two different people. So, that's why I asked that question of, what do you do for a living and what would you rather do? So you work in a warehouse, that's what you do for a living, but you would rather be in the music industry. Youth. So have you put any events together for the youth, like even at free libraries and things like that, or having like a communal space for the youth to be? I think that it's important to like really hone in on it, because sometimes we can, I don't want to say miss our calling. I don't think that's the right word to use. I feel like it's just more like when you don't use something, not necessarily lose it, but more so you're not the greatest in it because you're not doing it all the time. You're not creating that repetition. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So what ages what are the age range for you? Yeah, what would be the age range, for you? Like I remember when I did a few events, poetry events. I don't even know how old I was. I think I had two kids at the time. Oh, excuse me. I think I only had two at the time. And I had did a few poetry events at the Free Library, the West Oak Lane branch. And it was really great. Like I had got like the Capri Suns. This was a good, maybe, let me see, we was in a shelter in 2011. So maybe like 2010, somewhere, 2011, 2012. It wasn't 2012. It wasn't 2012 because I was in a placement by then, so it wasn't 2012. It was way before that. So I would say maybe like 2010, 2009, 2010, somewhere around there. And I went and got some Capri Suns. I had went and got like individual snacks, and they were wrapped individually. I put some flyers up, and I don't even know if they were colored at the time. I think they were just black and white flyers. And I put them up in the neighborhood. I had talked to the director of the library, and she was like, well, just tell me what you want, how you want it, this and that. I was like, you know what? I want to do a poetry event, for the teens. I did it for a few months. It was cool beans. And I got like a little stipend out of it. I didn't really, especially at that time, I really didn't care about the money at that time, because it was just like a love. And I just was like, well, I just want to help someone, help a teenager, help, because especially at that time being difficult, it's difficult to express. And oftentimes that's where suicide and mental health and anxiety comes from, because we're not able to really fully express, hey, I got bullied today, or hey, I'm physically, going through my challenges or whatever the case may be. That's why now I come on here. I mean, y'all may see a little bald spot, y'all may see me a little bit woofy, but I show y'all me, Listen, I get cute, but I show y'all me too, because it's express, it's to self-express and to share how you feel, and things like that, where we're not really accustomed to. We're so used to the fake, or the glamour, or the smoky mirrors, where we don't even know what real actually looks like. Real to someone is like so scary. It's so scary. It's not heard of. It's made up. It's fabricated. And you said talent shows. Oh, really? That's dope. All right. Well, when's your next event? That's what we want to know. When's your next event? What you doing? What's your next event? Because we may be good in something, but until we're great in it. So I'm hoping that, this will touch someone today, and someone will see this and be like, you know what? I remember I am a really great cook, and I haven't cooked in a long time. I'm going to start making platters. And now they're on Chef Ramsay or something, or they're on Shark Tank, and, so you just never know. So don't give up on your goal, your dream, your vision, your purpose. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't you dare give up on it. Don't you dare give up on it. Don't you do it, not even for 1 second. Don't you do it. Get that book out, okay? I'll get you some water, get your snack, whatever you got to do. Get it out. Get it out. Get it out into the atmosphere. Put life into it. Breathe life into your purpose, okay? Breathe life. Repeat that with me. Breathe life into my purpose, all right? That's all I want you to do. Breathe life into my purpose. Let me write this down so I won't forget. Breathe life into my purpose. So just make sure you do that. Breathe life into your purpose. So I am going to soon get back and get ready. You don't know yet? Well, I want you to find a date. I want you to take your book out. I want you to get that pen moving. I want you to warm up that ink, okay? Warm it up. And the next time we see each other on here, I want a date. I want a date. I want the name of this event you got going on. And get these kids involved. Get these kids involved. Get the community involved. Get the families involved, because, again, we are only so good until we are greater, okay? We are only so good until we are greater. Man, the juices that I be coming up with. Until we're greater. All right, yeah. I like that. What do you do for a living, and what would you rather do? Breathe life into my purpose. We are only good until we are greater. So I hope that this has touched someone today. I hope this has helped someone out today. I hope that you dust off, okay, your plans. I hope you dust off your purpose. I hope you get that juice flowing, and you connect with who you connect with. You get that next no, so that way you can be prepared for that arrival of your next yes. And I really want you to breathe life into your purpose. I really want you to breathe life into it, because, again, we only see Jay-Z until he's Jay-Z. You don't see what it took for him to get there. Whether if he stole some lines, whether if he made his own lines, whether if he connected with other people and they got lines together. You don't really know until you know. So hopefully this helps someone out today. That dust that book off. Dust that book off. Dust that purpose off. Come on, get out of there. What they say, get out of there. Get out of your feelings. Get out of that bag. Get out that coochie bag, okay? Okay? Get out of there. Dig all your gold out of there. Write it down and make it work. Make it work for you. Because guess what? We making it work for us, okay? Because we all just work somewhere, okay, until we arrive to our destination within our purpose, all right? So always remember that you are always working somewhere until you arrive right where you need to be. So hopefully that has helped someone out today. And hope to see you on Talking Tuesday, honey. This is episode 1202, all right? And it's with Club Shay Shay interviewing Kiki Palmer. So we're going to be talking about A Millionaire at 12 on dating, motherhood, Usher, Cat Williams, Aquila, and Aquila in the Bing. So we're going to be discussing that. And boy, I got my pen going. All right, I'm up for a little while. So I'm getting these things together. But again, I just wanted to stop on here and check out my family and my friends, my foes, people that love me and people that don't give two flying shits about me. I love you back. Mwah. Okay. And so I hope that you all really have had such a great holiday. I really hope that you know, whatever it is you need to be or wherever you need to be, I hope that you arrive there. I hope that you arrive on style, with style, okay? I hope you arrive on time, all right? Because I'm learning how to get back into time because time means everything. She even speaks about that in here, about time. Time is everything, man. Time is a great thing and time can be a worse thing, but time will sure enough tell you the real truth. I will say that. Time means everything. Sometimes we can spend too much time. Sometimes we don't spend enough time. Sometimes we give right up when time is ready for us and we didn't gave up. You know, and again, like that meme, you just knocking it down, hammering it out. And then now you're about to give up. And then when you're about to give up, what, one or two more hits, the jewels is right there, the gems, and it's like you didn't gave up. So hopefully this is encouraging someone to not give up, okay? And to pursue your passion, to pursue your purpose, because it's passion in it, it's purpose in it, and I would love for you to dust it off, get it together, open it up, re-jog that memory, recharge yourself, you know, really hit the books and do what you got to do and find your purpose because it's here for you. And not just you either. It's here for the people that you love. It's here for people that you don't even know. It's here for so many growth purposes. So always remember, water what is important, okay? Always water what is important. Let me write that down too. Always water what is important. All right, guys, I love you all to pieces. I'm about to get finished on this. I have a few more long, about like another hour of this show. And so I'm about to get the writing and get the viewing and get the shaking and gyrating, okay? So I love you all so much. Don't forget, check out all the shorts. Check out the lives. Check out the long videos, all right? Check out everything we have going on. And then also find us on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Apple Music. I think I said Apple. Did I say Apple Podcasts and Apple Music? Amazon Music. Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. And even on Spotify, finding us on Spotify, right? Make sure you also become a subscriber because when you become a subscriber, what it do is it actually opens up so to be able to do more content on the show. Same thing here. When you don't subscribe, you do nothing but hurt the content and the content creator. So, you know, give us a chance too, because we're giving y'all a chance, you know what I mean? And listen, it's tough getting up against y'all, okay? Okay, it's tough getting to remind me of Sister Act 2. You know, when they was singing in the church or whatever, and they went to that contest and they was singing, and what's her name? Whoopi Goldberg told everybody when they get back on the bus, she was like, don't be mean to them, like be nice to them, because it's not so easy getting up in a crowd, getting up singing in front of a crowd like yourselves, so it's not easy getting up and being able to be a part of other people and give your purpose out, right? Because everybody may not like your purpose, right? Everybody may not want your purpose, but guess what? Everybody's going to need your purpose, okay? So it's a thing. We're here, we're in it. We have over 1,000 subscribers. Did y'all see the freaking video? Hold on. Did y'all see my video? That video got over 16,000, okay? And when I say less than a day, you should have seen on the third hour. I was clicking it. It went from, oh man, it was just so dope to just see the numbers go up, 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 up. And it was just going, and people is just loving it and they're sharing it. So I'm so, so thankful for you all. One day you might see me, you never know. One day you might come on Tubi and see us on Tubi, okay? Don't frown on Tubi. Don't you dare. They got some good movies in the in-betweens. Okay. All right. I've seen some indifferent ones too. But you never know. You never know what you're going to come on here and see. You never know where we're going to be. You just never know. So thankful for you starting out with us as we are growing. Okay. Because we taking this all the way to the end. All right. And even when I am gone eventually in life and I become someone else's ancestors, guess what? This show will still always be here, okay? So thank you all so, so very much for joining the QJS show, formerly known as the Queen Juicy Shake Show, where we're always discovering and rediscovering a personal connection to oneself, and others are encouraged, inspired, and motivated on a daily. As we love to say here at number 4, Fresh Blend, that Irish. Get green, get going. Peace, love, and always Ashe on. I love you all. Get some rest. Or if you're just waking up, get some water in your body. If you're going to sleep, get some water in that body. All right. And remember, be kind to yourself. Be true to yourself. And get that book out. Dust that purpose off. Dust those plans off. And continue to grow life within your purpose. Speak life into your purpose. Speak life into your love. Speak life into what you need. All right. I love you all. Ashe. See you.